Hi everyone. Happy Friday. Today we are going to demo how to create a Maven project in CodeAI, and we also demo, some of the functionality of creating a project and how to handle, creating classes and so on, and how to write the pseudocode and so. We chose to do a binary search tree project. After that, we can also demo how you can share the project publicly to other people to benefit from, and how also you can share the project with your team so that it's not accessible except for the members that you choose. With that being said, let's just get started here. Let's delete the previous demo that we created. Okay, so here we can come here and create a new project, and we call it CodeAI, and we come here and we say binary search tree, and choose the metadata that you want for your project. And also on the bottom here, this is going to be the metadata that you created, the last 5 metadata that you created before. You can access them from here right away by clicking on them. So once you create the metadata that you want, you can create the project. And once you click on create project, you're going to land here on the diagram. So this is the main function, or the class, the entry point for the Maven project. We don't need it for now. We can use our own class component, and we can call this node as a binary search tree. Everybody knows that, like you have the data and it's an integer, and we can call this node left tree, and it is of type node, and we have right, and it is of type node as well. You can come here and I'm just going to show you this for now so that you know how to create a constructor in CodeAI, because it's a little tricky. So you come here, you do the normal naming for the constructor, and this is a public constructor. You choose here the access for the function. And for the constructor, it doesn't have a return type, so what you do is just delete the return type. And if there's a custom return type as here, then you type the custom return type. This is the Java return types, or the Java types, but if there's something else, the class type, you can just type it after the two dots. It's like a UML diagram kind of syntax. With that being said, so we created here the node class. What we can do is also create another class for the tree, but what I want to show you here is make it in a different way. And so this is actually a UML kind of based diagrams. It's a code diagram because it has more than it, because you can write here, this is a constructor, for example. You can write pseudocode here this is a default constructor, or you can type the pseudocode for the function itself. But if you want to work in an environment which is like an IDE environment, then you use a custom component. So here we have templates for everything. So you type dollar sign, and it's going to give you all the templates that CodeAI has for the classes. And then you can type on, or you can click on one of them, and it's going to show the template for it. So for this template, we have a class called class name. We change that to tree, and the function main function, we're going to write the pseudocode inside it. We're going to say add some values to the tree. We can call it root, and it's actually type the name in here. It's gonna call node, and you see here, once you type a name of a class that's within the classes, custom classes that you created. For example, we created a node class. So make sure you import it. Like you click on it once it pops up, because it will avoid the engine to create another class for that name. So with that being said, so now we know we're telling the engine that this is a class that we created by importing it, and then we type here node root, and it doesn't have to be like following the exact syntax of Java. Like for example, you can take this off, or you can leave it on. And here, so here we added the values. Sorry, it's a values to the tree root, and after that, print out the tree values to the user, and then we can say prompt the user to enter some values to search the tree. So it's pretty straightforward here. What we're doing, we're creating a tree with some values, and then we're printing the values so that the user can choose the some of the values to search the tree with, or you can write a value that will tell you that the value is not in the tree. And secondly, we can write here a search function, and this is where I said, you can create this exactly as you wanted. You can name the function as you wanted. So here we say Boolean search tree, and it takes an integer data. And here on the logic for the function, we can say search the tree for the given data. If found, return true. If not, return false. So it's pretty straightforward. As I said, this is like, going to the very specifics, like you're writing the names, you're writing the return types and so on. Um, I will show you also another way that you can use it for the component here. You can make it very generic. So you can come here and like very general, like if you don't need specifics, you can come here and create a class and say here, take the main function out and just say, uh, create a class or this class is a binary search tree, and it should have a function uh, called search to search the tree. So writing something like that, you will get the same results, but you don't have the very specific control over the results. So let's try this too, and let's call it second tree two. Okay, so that now we can see the difference. Um, Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and generate the code for that project. So what will happen now is the classes that we created, it's going to go back to the CodeAI engine. It will construct the Maven project, and it will add the classes to it, and then it will go through the pseudocode that we created, and it will generate the implementation for this pseudocode. It should take about like 30 seconds or so. Here you go. So with that here, so let's delete this one and let's come here and extract. So this is like just like when you download a project from String Initializer. So it's the same concept, but we are extracting or unzipping the project in here, and I have it open here. So here we see that the project is being added to the IDE, and if we look here, we have two folder, the main folder and the test folder as a Maven project, as you guys know. And here you can see that inside the main there is the classes that we created, node, which it has the uh, the member variables and the constructors, and also the tree. And here's actually, you see this is missing, so you can add int first parameter to constructor. So we come here and we refactor the constructor that we have in here because it was missing the constructor, the int. Or we can just copy it and um, data equal. Okay, and we can create the uh, public node because it's complaining about it, as you guys say. Public node, and there is nothing in here. Um, okay, so here we have the tree that we created by the custom component, number one. And as you see here, it creates a root, and in the main function, it adds some values to the tree, and it prints the value for the tree. And here it is, um, you see here, this is where you should be watching for, because sometimes the engine will create not exact that you wrote, or if you write it in a different way. Here it assumed actually that it's taken some values from whatever it wrote. But what you can do is here, you can fix this by type new scanner and system.in and dot, okay, it's not saying this, import it, and you can say next int, and you can give it a prompt before. You can say this out, and you can say enter a value to search the tree. And also, because this is a print tree, it's maybe we should give it another line or so. So okay, so that's all what we've done. And here, if you see the very generic one, it created the same concept that we had before. It has a method search. It takes another key. So you see, as I said here, you don't have control exactly over how things can work. And you see here, it created. That's what I was trying to tell you, that when you try to use a custom class that you created, make sure you import it in the component that you created so that it does not create it for you again. Um, with that being said, as you see, here's the difference between the very detailed custom component and the very general custom component. This is the result. With that being said, also we have the unit test, and here's the unit test for the cannot resolve simple data. Okay, okay, and as you see here, this is the unit test for the node class. This is the unit test for the make tree root. That's tree node. Okay, we're not really caring about this one. So let's look at this one, and this is the one that we created before, and we can run the test and see what happens in here. It should be passing. Is not spread module. GTK is not specified. Okay, we have to specify the GDK. So let's make it 22, I believe. Okay, and let's run it again. There is some errors in the make tree. Okay, let's delete this one because it's giving us some problem. You just wanted to create this to show you the difference between creating a generic or a general versus a specific detailed custom component. And here you go. This is passes, and this is as well. It should be passing. And here you go. So this is how you create a binary search tree in CodeAI in a Maven project. And I want to also share with you how you can share the project publicly and within a team. So here you come here and you click on share. And if you go back here, you can see that we have this is my projects, which is the project that you created in CodeAI, and this is my public projects. This is a project that you shared publicly, and this is team projects, which is a project that you created and you shared it only with some members, not to everybody. And this is the project that you create and share it with everybody. Everybody can have access to this and see it and so on. So let's go back and share a project that we created. So this is a project we created, and we can come here and share it publicly. So we give it a project to say demo binary search tree, and we say here demo, and tag is the way that people can look up what you like. If you create something, somebody want to look for a binary search tree, then he comes here and type binary search tree and so let's make it a different name so that we know that this is the one we created. Okay, so we share it. As you see here, it comes and say the project's been successfully shared. And if we go back here and we search for it, binary search tree 1, and we search for it, we should get it. And this is what we created. If you want to share it within a team, you choose team, and it's going to be the same demo binary search tree, and tag is binary search tree. And the thing that's different here is you have to type the names or the emails of the people that you want to share the email the project with. So here is like an email, and this is my personal email in here. If you guys need to ask me about anything, you can email me on that email, codei, mali.codei.com. Okay, and then you share it, and it's successfully shared. And then if you go now here to the team project, and this is the large project we created, so it should be down here, all the way down in here. Oops, and here you go. So this is the project that we just shared as well. Again, if you have any question, don't hesitate to email me. My email is mali@codei.com. Thanks a lot.